What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the show. Happy Friday. The only thing that would have made this the best Friday in the world would have been a payday Friday. But folks, you need to just sit back, get yourself a nice cup of coffee like I got. Kick up your feet because what I'm about to show you is the biggest shift we've seen in crypto in years. Forget the headlines that you've been fed. Forget what's happening right now. Forget about the downside. Forget about the red candles you're seeing. Because what's happening right now is institutional money flooding in. Governments drawing up the playbook for digital assets, and XRP positioned smack in the middle of it all. You got the founder of Tiger 21, the club for billionaires, straight up saying on live TV that the ultra rich are buying crypto. You got new ETFs unlocking XRP and Solana for US investors, and you got Ripple at the center of a brand new US UK task force that literally is blueprinting the future of finance. This isn't speculation anymore. This is your confirmation. The floodgates are opening. By the end of this video, you're going to understand why the next 6 to 12 months could be the biggest wealth transfer of our lifetime. Ignore the noise, ignore the FUD, forget about the red, forget about people saying the bull run's over. It's not over, and I got the chart to prove it. Without further ado, let's jump into a Bitcoin. $108,906. It's currently down 2.53%. Ethereum coming in at 3,891. It's down 3.27%. XRP back into that number 4 spot, coming in at $2.72. It is down 3.74%. Fear and Greed's at a 32. Total cryptocurrency market cap coming in at 3.73 trillion. Yes, I see all the people. And if you haven't noticed, I put a tweet about this yesterday. Twitter's algorithm is pushing all of the bearish vibes in the world to your Twitter account. Ignore them. We've spoke about where the markets are going before. Publicly on Twitter, go look it up. It is all over in my Patreon group. If you're not a member, join it. I'm putting out another update today. Nothing has changed. But before we even dive into any of that, I want to give you a chance to shortcut years of mistaking crypto, because the one-on-one calls, and I believe the next earliest available appointment we got is next week, they're open again. This is a 60-minute session built for your portfolio. We're going to review your current XRP and crypto positionings. We're going to build the strategy for entries and exits, and we're going to lock in a plan that compounds long term. I'll show you advanced diversification strategies, give you frameworks I don't share everywhere else. And you know what? I'll give you peace of mind so you can understand and be prepared for what happens next. And you'd be like, I knew this was coming. Rip nailed it once again. Walk away with confidence in every market condition, folks. The link is down below. Go give it a click and get your call booked today. Now we get this one. How the ultra rich are investing. You know what? I love being in markets before the ultra rich get into markets. And guess what? We're here before the ultra rich, and now they are starting to enter.
Bitcoin. Has it taken some time to this? I see it every quarter. There's a little more Bitcoin, a little more Bitcoin. I feel like it's finally crossing that hurdle of we got to own it.
Yeah. So Bitcoin as a market is still only a tenth the size of gold, but they both are secure assets in members' mind. For the first time, people aren't talking about Bitcoin just as speculation, but actually an alternative asset that can be held during tough times. Not everybody believes in it, but those that do.
All right, so for those of you who don't know, Tiger 21 is a private network where billionaires and ultra high net worth individuals, they talk shop about how to protect and grow their wealth. These aren't traders chasing pump and dumps. These are people managing generational money. And the founder was just on CNBC with the pretty much telling you that the ultra rich are buying Bitcoin. That is $200 billion network of people with access to private deals early IPO allocations and institutional grade research are now allocating into Bitcoin. And you know what comes after that? Into crypto as a whole. Why does it matter? It's simple. When the ultra rich allocate, they don't buy a few million and call it a day. They build positions that are designed to ride trillion-dollar macro shifts. And Bitcoin isn't just digital gold anymore. It is the gateway drug into the entire crypto asset class, which means when they move in, liquidity is eventually going to flow out and come into XRP and other cryptos that have real world utility. Now the Instagram page is up. If you're not following Instagram, go get on over there. I had a sneeze, excuse me. I'll link the Instagram down below. You get some exclusive info on that as well. Now let's talk about XRP real quick because everyone is freaking out. Gordon puts out the chart. He's like, look, it doesn't take a genius to see what happens next for XRP. And he's right. It's going up. Here's what I want you to understand. You do not get anywhere from 1 all the way up to 19 if every single ETF gets approved. You do not have ETFs launching on an asset, a spot ETF. We don't care about the other ones. We care about the spots because the spot ETFs, they need to physically hold the XRP. They have to buy it, buy and hold it. You do not get the launch of all of these ETFs coming at some point in October and tell me that the price is going back down. It doesn't work like that. It is simple physics. Supply plus demand equals price. So as these institutions buy XRP, your supply shrinks. When your supply shrinks, it creates a network effect and the price starts to go up. Now here's your XRP chart. As you can see, yes, it is a little bit of a breakdown. This is nothing to be concerned about though. We have support sitting anywhere from about 259 to 270. Under that, we have 224 to 235. And then we got support sitting at 2 to 208. What does this mean? It's simple. No one knows exactly what's going to happen. Is XRP going to break back down to $2? Look, if Bitcoin wants to go back down and close that CME gap, 90 to 94,000, most likely we do see XRP break down between the 2 and 250 range and it lands somewhere in there. But let's get rid of the support and resistance for a second because that is super, super basic TA. What I want to do is I want to look at this for you. You can see exactly where we are trending. You can see this green bar going through the middle of your screen. We stay above it, we remain bullish. We break under it, we get bearish. But how far does this thing actually capitulate down to the downside? You start right here. This massive green tidal wave is your area of a reversal. Where is your reversal sitting? Anywhere from 246 to about $1.98. Call it $2. So anywhere from 2 to 248 we're looking at here. So we might see a correction from 271 down to the lower $2 regions. Does that mean it's over? Is that doomsday scenario? No, not even close, folks. What we are seeing right here is we are seeing a short-term bearish consolidation with selling pressure. People are taking profits. They are afraid. No problem. Long-term, we're still bullish. And if 270, this range holds we are in now, expect to bounce up. If it fails, just get ready. 2 to 220 before the bigger bullish trend resumes here. Those are your scenarios. At the end of the day, if you step away and you come back in a month, it's going to be a lot higher. This thing is not done. And to top it all off, Casey Craddock comes out early this morning. And this is the most bullish story of all, international cooperation. She stated early this week, I mentioned the Downing Street Roundtable during President Trump's UK state visit. This wasn't some photo op. As I've been telling you, just like Swell. Swell isn't a photo op. They are not going to Swell to take pictures and to shake hands and kiss babies and to get some free food or take maybe a little vacation out of it. This is what happens before a major announcement comes. Okay, I want you to understand that. And we're going to cover a lot more of this in the second video because we got off in a little rant and I don't want to shortcut this. So what we are seeing here, and Ripple put out a whole insight article, is we are seeing a partnership that has been formed. Yes, it has already been formed. The UK and the US are forming a partnership together behind an international crypto initiative. What we are looking at is that both the US and the UK are going to align on the same stablecoin, the same technologies to use. Ripple is involved. The US and the UK are both involved, and they have both agreed upon which technology is going to use. We're going to touch on this in the very beginning of the next video at 3:30. Make sure you tuned in. I got a little sidetracked with the price and everything. I do apologize, but that's what happens on this channel. You give Rip a cup of coffee in the morning and some espresso, and he lets it all out there. So let's just tie this all together. Billionaires are buying Bitcoin. ETFs are giving Wall Street access to XRP and Solana, and the US and the UK are building a joint framework for tokenization, stablecoins, and digital assets with Ripple sitting in the room. And you're bearish? Stop right now. Shut off Twitter. Block those people who are telling you that this thing is over, because they are feeding your timeline and they are messing with your emotional state. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Book that one-on-one call so you can ignore all the noise out there and you only get the truth and the facts, folks. Make sure you subscribe to Instagram, and I'll be back a little later this afternoon.